Welcome to The Explainer. We've got some breaking news today, and it's coming straight from the absolute frontiers of theoretical physics. It turns out a rule that everyone thought was set in stone, well, it just got smashed. Yeah, you heard that right. A brand new report confirms that a long-held assumption about how our universe works at its most fundamental quantum level is actually wrong. This discovery is literally rewriting a core principle of quantum gravity. So what exactly did they find? Well, it all comes down to gravitons. These are the quantum particles of gravity and a very specific kind of interaction that, up until right now, physicists were sure was completely impossible. Okay, so for decades, the textbooks all said the same thing. These particular particle interactions, they're called single minus amplitudes, just couldn't happen. You do the math, and the answer is always zero. End of story. But it turns out that's not the whole story. They can happen. But, and this is a huge but, only under incredibly precise conditions, when all the particles are aligned just so. Now, to really get why this is such a big deal, we gotta talk about the mathematical language physicists used to predict what happens when tiny little particles smash into each other. So instead of drawing, thousands of super complex diagrams for every single step in a particle collision, physicists have this amazing tool called scattering amplitudes. It's like this incredibly elegant shortcut that lets them just skip all the messy middle parts and calculate the final result directly. It's a real game changer. And this whole new finding is all about these particles, gravitons. Think of them as the elementary quantum bits of gravity itself. You know how light is made of photons? Well, the idea is that gravity, at its most basic level, is made of gravitons. Now, the secret sauce to this whole breakthrough is a property called helicity. It's kind of like the spin on a football. It affects how the particle flies and how it interacts with other particles. And that so-called impossible interaction, it was a very specific setup. One particle spinning negatively, while all the other particles in the crash are spinning positively. That exact combination was the one everybody thought was a big fat zero. So you might be asking, how in the world was this fundamental rule overturned after all this time? Well, the answer is just fascinating. It wasn't just human researchers, it was a partnership with an advanced AI. This whole process shows us a totally new way of doing science. The researchers basically gave the AI a recent discovery about different particles called gluons. Then they just asked it, hey, can you find the equivalent of this, but for gravitons? And the AI went and made this incredible conceptual leap, generating a completely new solution that would have taken the human team ages to find. The scientist's role then shifted to the absolutely crucial job of checking the AI's work and making sure it all held up. And this human-AI team-up, it's not just about this one result. No, this signals a really fundamental change in how scientific research itself might be done from here on out. Right, so the key takeaway here is that the very nature of research is changing. As AI gets better and better at coming up with new ideas and hypotheses, the hardest part for human scientists, the real bottleneck, is shifting away from thinking of the idea to the tough, rigorous work of proving it. Okay, so why should we care about a tiny little tweak to a rule about some hypothetical particles? Well, as it turns out, the implications here are absolutely enormous. This is so much more than a minor correction in a textbook. It is a genuine step toward the holy grail of physics, a unified theory of everything. What's more, it actually points to a deep, hidden symmetry in our universe, one that was first suggested by the legendary Roger Penrose 50 years ago. And of course, it's pioneering a whole new way of doing science with AI, which could change everything. So this single discovery has totally rewritten a rule that everyone thought was unbreakable. And that leaves us with a really exciting question. As this partnership between human creativity and artificial intelligence gets even stronger, what other impossible problems are about to get solved?